Welcome to the Virtual Strategic Solutions Virtual Reality Simulation System. Accessing Legacy Dataset. Files loaded. Simulation ready. Yes Man is an AI program that serves as Benny's assistant and right-hand man in 2281. He is a modified PDQ-88B Securitron with a unique personality, serving as an integral part of Benny's scheme to take control of New Vegas. Yes Man will assist the Courier directly in the independent New Vegas main quest line. Yes Man was originally a generic Securitron robot programmed to work for Mr. House like all the other Securitrons found on the Strip. He was recovered by Benny and several of the chairmen after being damaged by a pulse grenade. Following this incident, followers of the Apocalypse member Emily Ortal examined the Securitron in order to learn Mr. House's secrets in exchange for reprogramming him for Benny's personal use. The reprogramming was extensive and resulted in Yes Man being designed to do exactly as he is told. Thus, Yes Man is not just the program's name, it's also his job description. Yes Man is completely incapable of declining any order or withholding any information he is asked for, no matter who he is interacting with. Benny's plan was to dispose of Mr. House and install Yes Man's AI onto the Lucky 38 mainframe, putting Yes Man, and by extension himself, in control of all the Securitrons on the Strip. Yes Man's main objective was to use his connection to Mr. House's internal databases and feed valuable information to Benny so that he could stay one step ahead of House. After navigating these databases, Yes Man discovered various mathematical calculations regarding the Strip's defensive capabilities and plans to arrange a courier to deliver a platinum chip. After feeding this information to Benny, Yes Man helped to notify him of all the routes, arrival and leaving times and potential ambush areas where the chip could be retrieved and the courier disposed of, without Mr. House learning of Benny's actions. This information leads to Benny recruiting members of the Great Khans and journeying south to the Good Springs Cemetery, where they successfully capture and neutralize the courier, stealing the chip and burying the courier, leaving their abductee to die. Benny soon betrays his entourage, leaving them to fend for themselves against the NCR in Boulder City, and returns to the Strip where he idles around in the tops, surrounded by his personal detail. Once the courier arrives on the Strip, Yes Man will divulge all of Benny's plans to usurp power and offer his services to this new arrival. If the platinum chip is recovered, Yes Man will reveal the full extent of his plans to dispose of Mr. House and replace him, availing to serve the courier in any way should they succeed. Continuing without Benny, Yes Man will gladly serve the courier and will follow any command given, essentially giving the courier full control over the Strip and allowing any actions to be taken on the other factions vying for the Mojave Wasteland. Although Yes Man will give his opinions and advice on how to deal with other groups, the only factions that must eventually be confronted are either the NCR or the Legion, depending on the choices made. Once the courier's power and relations are solidified, Yes Man's next step is to activate an army of upgraded Securitron MK2s, using the Platinum chip to distribute this software to all active Securitrons, increasing their offensive and defensive capabilities. Before the final confrontation at Hoover Dam, Yes Man will require an override chip to be installed in the NCR-occupied El Dorado substation, intending to divert power to the Lucky 38's dormant reactor, thus being a vital strategic point for power should Hoover Dam be damaged or destroyed during the battle. Yes Man will also request the courier to enlist the help of the followers of the Apocalypse, although this is optional. Once the preparation is complete, the final confrontation can result in the courier diverting power from the dam to the Securitron army on standby beneath the fort, defeating the Legion and betraying the NCR, expelling both factions and leading a truly independent New Vegas as originally envisioned by Benny, with the decisions made by the courier forever shaping the Mojave. Yes Man is initially located in Benny's suite in the Tops Casino. To gain access to Yes Man, the courier must either kill Benny in the casino, sleep with him, requires the Black Widow perk, present Swank with evidence of Benny's treachery, or confront him and force him to flee to the fort. To find Yes Man, enter the Tops Casino and proceed straight ahead past the casino floor to the elevator bank, near the sign that says, "Elevators out of order." Take the second elevator on the right to the 13th floor. Exit the elevator, turn right, and enter the third set of doors on the left side of the corridor, double doors with potted trees flanking them. Go into the room and through the hole in the wall in the back of the room. After the player character finishes Ring-a-Ding-Ding, Yes Man will be located in the front of the Tops Casino, where the Courier can engage with him to continue the quest line if they so choose. Quests. Wildcard. Ace in the hole. The Courier meets Yes Man for the first time. As there is no restriction on who Yes Man can help, the Courier can interrogate him to find all the details of Benny's plan and even continue it themselves. Wildcard. Change in management. The Courier must obtain the Platinum chip, assassinate or disable Mr. House, and install Yes Man's AI in the Lucky 38 mainframe. Wildcard. Side bets. The Courier can meet with the various tribes of the Mojave and decide who will be spared in the upcoming battle for Hoover Dam. Wildcard. You and what army? The Courier must travel east of the Colorado River to the fort and activate an army of Securitrons locked away in House's secret Securitron vault. Wildcard. Finishing touches. The Courier must convince Julie Farkas to support an independent Vegas, optional, protect President Kimball against an assassination attempt, and use an override on the El Dorado substation in order to power the Lucky 38 and allow it to broadcast the Securitron operating system upgrade. No gods, no masters. The Courier must power up the secret vault, allowing the Securitrons within to break out and crush the Legion, before convincing the NCR to leave the dam to Vegas, by force if necessary. Yes, Man will comment if he is attacked, his body is destroyed, or if he witnesses the Courier committing murder. Yes, Man will comment on the actions of the Courier, or express sentiments about various groups in the Mojave, such as making disparaging comments about the Great Khans. He reacts negatively if the Courier destroys the Securitrons at Fortification Hill, and makes comments regarding the Brotherhood of Steel if they are ignored or convinced to aid the NCR. After the assault on Hoover Dam, Yes Man informs the Courier that he has found pieces of code within Mr. House's mainframe that will change his personality, and that he will seem to be offline for a little while until his personality change is complete. This personality change will make him more assertive, meaning that he will take orders only from the Courier in the future. Yes, Man can be persuaded to admit being the means by which Benny found out that the Courier had the Platinum chip and takes pride in it. If the Courier subsequently reveals to him that they are the Courier Benny shot, Yes Man will show remorse for having just taken pride in it. If asked about the fort, and then asked about it again after installing him onto the Lucky 38's mainframe, he will give the player character a printout, within it stating that he hates repeating himself, as he feels self-conscious when this happens, and later ends the letter with "Love, Yes Man." Yes Man becomes hostile briefly when attacked. Similar to Victor, Yes Man's personality is distributed across all Securitrons. As a result, he cannot be killed permanently and will respawn upon leaving the strip. If the player character is female and seduces and kills Benny with the Black Widow perk, Yes Man will remain in the back room of Benny's suite instead of moving in front of the Tops Casino entrance. In the French version of the game, Yes Man is called Benny Oui Oui. Benny is French for blessed, and oui meaning yes, a slang term given to a person who always agrees with the authorities. In the Spanish version, he is called Servitron. Regardless of any actions taken by the Courier, the Yes Man independent quest line will always be available. This means that if all other avenues of completion are impossible, for example due to high infamy with all major factions, the game can still be completed. Yes, Man is the only named Securitron in the base game that does not disappear or become disabled after Mr. House's death. Yes, Man is not affected by the Mark II software upgrade uploaded via the Platinum chip. Because Yes Man respawns, he can be killed repeatedly for an unlimited supply of scrap metal. Yes Man will no longer respawn if a laser or plasma weapon respectively disintegrates or melts him. This does not cause any quests he is associated with to end or fail. He is affected by the perk certified tech, but only before his transfer to the Lucky 38 mainframe. Simulation completed. Please exit the pod, or have a technician select another file.